Hey friends, welcome back. Now this would be the actual first crude operation which we gonna do. And the first operation is obviously of creating an database table. Now friends, I have already shown you and also requested you to go ahead and try to check the article which is on model. And here is the article. So this could be an sample model, and using the same methodology you can create a new model for you. So in here we have created a model. The name of the model is sample model, which obviously extends ci_model class. Apart from that, we have created one method which would actually create the table inside the database steady easy. And how we gonna do it? We're gonna do it using the query method. Let's try to understand this query method. In here, if I again navigate to table of contents, in here there is a dedicated section of database references in which we have one article as running queries. Now inside this article we have a description of this method by the name of query. And what does this method does? It's very straightforward. We simply need to pass our query inside this method as a string, and this method will execute this query into our database. So if I navigate to this model, I have did nothing but wrote an standard MySQL query of creating a table users as a string, and this string is stored inside this variable query, and this string, and finally I have passed this variable inside the method query. Whenever I will be calling this particular method, we can directly create this table users. In order to save time, I have already added one hyperlink on the home page. How I have did that? I have edited display_view, and in display_view I have used site_URL function. The functionality of this function is very simple. Whenever we will pass the name of the controller and the name of the function to this particular function, it will return the exact URL for that particular controller's method, and we can easily use it. In order to create an hyperlink. Moreover, I have also created create table function. In order to proceed further, let us also check the sample model which I have further modified. I have changed single quotes with double quotes, and inside this string I have replaced users by the variable name. Now what is the usage of this? We can directly provide the name to this particular function, and whichever name we will pass to this function, that table would get created. Hence, in order to make this particular method generic, we have done this change. Moreover, if we have used the single quote, we won't be able to call the variable, and the value of the variable won't get reflect there. So that's a note for you guys. So if we navigate back to welcome.php, in here we have first loaded the model sample_model, and the way how we can load this is pretty simple. We simply need to type in this, then load, and then arrow model, and under pair of parentheses we can simply pass the name of the model, which is sample model in our case. Once it is done, we can easily call any function from this method by typing in this arrow, the name of the model, and then the name of the function. And in here the name of the function is crude_create, and we have simply passed name variable. Now what is the value of the name variable? The default value of the name variable is user. Alright, finally, as we are returning whatever value is returned by this method, we will simply echo that value in the view. And how we can do that? And that's fairly straightforward. Let's try to add one new view to our application and display the value whatever returned by the crude_create method by the name of crude_create_view, and click on finish. And in here a variable by the name of result. We will echo the variable result, and that's it. In here we are calling this view crude underscore create underscore view and passing the data. We have not received the value from the crude underscore create method, and how we can do that? And that's fairly straightforward. I will change this name to result, and that's it. Alright, so I guess I have made myself clear. Whatever value would be returned by crude underscore create method, which is inside the model sample model, which would be now stored under this variable result. And how we will display this result? We have passed this value in this associated array data, and this data would be displayed under view, and the name of the view is crude underscore create underscore view. This is pretty confusing. Please go ahead and surely check out the project files for this particular lecture. We will now click on create user table. The console or the web page will start showing me this one. Now again, if I go ahead and try to reload this page, the system will give me an error because now the user table is already present, and we can also verify it from this database error, and we can also verify it using PHP MyAdmin.